Hey everybody, welcome back. We are actually in the airport on our way to pick up the car.
Something.
Yeah, something, right? We happen to be in Dallas. We're on our way to connecting flight to, where are we going?
Can I say it?
You can say it.
Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Fort Smith. Just landed at the
Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Thank you, Fort Smith Airport, and the guy agreed to pick us up, so we're gonna go get in his truck and go to the car.
If we don't come back, call somebody.
Hey everybody, so here's what happened. We went to the guy's shop, and the guy's got a boatload of cars. I didn't really quite feel comfortable filming it or anything like that, but I might share a couple photos in between here. So, but he's got tons of original 67 Z28s, a bunch of trucks, some hot rods, a bunch of other things. So the guy's got just a ton of stuff. And I picked up the car, we did all the thing, he had a lien, so we had to go to the bank, paid it off, and here is what I've got. Okay, so bear with me. I never said I would be one of these people, you know, because like you could do different, and it's so cliched, but I bought a Corvette. There, I said it. I bought a Corvette. But wait for it. It's not just your average Corvette, okay? It's, wait for it, a Z06. There's more. It's a Centennial. There's more. It's a Z07 package. Check it out. Z07 package, Z06, Centennial. Let me give you the kind of the walk around business end of it. And there's more, okay? So not only that, but it was modified by 21st Century Motorsports, so it's got heads and cam and a couple other things that make this thing a little bit more powerful than your average Corvette Z06. So let me give you a walk around. We'll kind of give you the tour, okay? Here we go. So, okay. Obviously, this is the piece that I love right here. Right here. Oh my God, look at those things. And let me tell you, those brakes are amazing. Flippin' amazing. So we got 19s up front, we got 20s in the rear. Previous owner had the Sport Cup 2s on the back, which I mean these things are basically slicks. There's a road legal slick is all it is. There's absolutely no tread on them, and they are sticky as all get out. Okay. Then for whatever reason, I don't know why, decided to put just regular Michelin Pilot Sports up front. So not sure why he did that. So that's gonna have to get fixed. Don't like having mismatched tires on the car. Of course, you know, the Z07 package is a performance package, so it comes with these little flares on the back and the spoiler. The Centennial comes with these matte, see if we can see them in the sun, but we've got these matte stripes that run over the roof there. The Centennial package also comes with these, you know, 100th anniversary pieces here, so also a little, you know, Corvette emblem, so that's pretty cool. The other thing you get is kind of, let me rotate here, picture of Louis Chevrolet with little center caps. You also get a raised carbon fiber hood, and you get the ZR1 splitter with the Z07 package. So this is the outside of it. I like where it says, you know, 505 horsepower. Not anymore, it doesn't. Okay, so here we are, fully opened up to the world and everything. And the thing that I like, if you look very carefully, you can't really tell that much has been messed with. You've got a Callaway air intake there, and if you look carefully down in here, you can see a set of headers. But that's about all you can tell from this car, that this car has been modified to make more than its original 505 horse. Of course, we got the stripes, they kind of end here before the air duct and the black Chevrolet logo. So let's go to the back, because the interior is way more interesting. Previous owner got a set of these WeatherTech floor mat, which is nice. Although I'm not sure if I like the you know, flappy drapes that they put in here. But one of the cool things is including some of the paperwork that he gave me, was the build sheet. These I think are replicas from Corvette Museum. But as you can see here, we've got, here's the original. There's a 3LZ. Here's the Z06 Ultimate package, which is the the big brakes and the Pilot Sport Cup tires. Okay, so one additional thing I forgot to mention is that this car also has a transmission cooler and a diff cooler, and it also had the Z06 Centennial Z07 package had an additional cooling radiator to it, so that was the extra piece. I forgot to look at that. Stereo's decent. It's not great, but hey, it's pretty good. So again, these are great documents to have. And here's another feature that I like. I'm always worried about slamming this thing too hard, but if you just kind of get it close, see if I can get a good shot of it. It just does it for you. Just kind of sucks it right in. And with a total price of $104,000, and I guarantee you I paid nowhere near that. So these came with the car, which I think is just really neat. Part of it, just so kind of the paperwork always helps when you're buying stuff. But let's talk about the interior, because that's the part that is interesting to me. You guys know me, and my big thing is I love brakes. Cars only go really in 3 directions: forward, backwards, and then side to side, and that's really it. And if you can make a car stop, brake, and turn, then you've got yourself a hell of a car. It's really easy to make a car go fast, all right? So we've got it to go fast. We've got more than the original amount of power that it made. And it's hard to make a car stop. And let me tell you, I love these brakes. Oh, goodness me, they are unbelievably good and positive, and they just don't fade. I mean, you barely touch them, and they lock up on you. Not lock up, but they stop you really well. And the brake dust thing is also a positive thing. So let's talk about the interior for a sec. Interior, you get like this kind of red stitching on it, and it's kind of got this full leather wrap to it, and it's got this I don't know if it's Alcantara or suede. I can't honestly tell the difference. I'll have to look it up later. But even the seats come with it. You get this little 100 logo here. They're different seats than the original Z06 because of the Centennial Edition. But I have noticed that when you sit down, you can't slide on this. You kind of have to sit down, and then you're stuck in position. So it's an electric seat. The previous owner put these WeatherTech mats. They're fine for now. I'll probably get rid of them. But let's kind of do a little bit more. You again get more of this, I don't know if it's suede or leather, but Alcantara, whatever it is. You get an aux port and a charging station here. Your standard kind of sat nav. It's really not that fantastic, I'll be honest, because, well, none of the sat navs that any of the manufacturers have made is really any good. But the leather extends all the way up here to the very top. Let me sit down for a sec. And yeah, you get the red stitching all the way through it, and it looks pretty cool. Corvette logo. It feels tight. All the interior stuff feels really tight and put together, and that's it's a selling point for me. But to be honest, it doesn't have the feel of like a real high quality leather. And you can see, I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just feels a little like they kind of chinsed out just a tad, even on this edition with the Alcantara suede, whatever it is, steering wheel that gets the red stitching all the way through. I think it's a cool touch, frankly. And everybody complains, oh, it's a Cobalt steering wheel. I have a Malibu, and this is almost virtually the same steering wheel, so it's very familiar to me. Made a lot of sense. Other thing, the reason I bought this, it has traction control and magnetic ride, so you don't really have to know much. You just kind of push this button a couple times, and you get yourself back into performance traction mode, and it kind of does all the whirly bits for you, so you don't have to fiddle with suspension all the time. Lot of buttons up here. Mostly this is for your information piece. Let's see if I can get my other favorite part on film. I have to start it, so let's see. Let's see if I can get this on film. There it is, right there. So you've got a couple modes in which you can do this. So there's street mode, there's track mode 1, and track mode 2. Okay, so there's that. The other piece that I think, let me see if you can spot this. This car has an extra button. Okay, well, okay, it's got a couple extra features. but it's got one of these little switches. Now, if you guys are familiar with Z06s, you know, and Corvettes, they have a separate button, or a solenoid for the exhaust. And if you push this button, this just happens to be the Mild to Wild kit. Stealth mode? Oh, nothing, right? Oh yeah, I'm just a Cobalt driving around town, no big deal. Oh, what's up? What's up? Yeah, get some. Hey, look at that. Oh, that's slick. This car also happens to come with a K40 radar detector, which since I went down to Arkansas to get, has been extremely helpful. Let me tell you, because there are cops everywhere. Holy cow! Like literally, you know, they've got a fundraiser going probably every 10 miles or so. It's ridiculous. So probably what I'm gonna do later is I'm gonna put a catch can over here because we're making a little bit more crankcase pressure. So I'll put a new catch can in. I don't think I'm gonna touch the motor or do much because it's making sufficient power now as it is. But I think I might do something with the wheels just because they're original wheels and I don't want to mess with them or get road rash or something, so I might have to go with an aftermarket wheel, and you get a better selection for tires. Car's dirty and I'll wash it later, but I guess kind of the last piece that I like is this thing is, I mean, it's light, it's carbon fiber. Look at it, look at that, the weave, I love it. So anyway, that's my new toy. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with it yet, not sure. We'll find out. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on our trip. We are heading out of Dodge. We're getting through about Missouri right now. Just went to Fantastic Caverns, did a true Missourian thing, and on our way back, we've I don't know, about 200-300 miles in the car so far from weaving our way back from Fort Smith. I don't know. You've been sitting shotgun this whole way. What do you think?
I like that you can make it louder or quieter.
Go push the button, see what happens. Yeah, there you go. That's only about 2,000 RPM. And instantly quieter, just like that. A couple things that I noticed as a driver. The seats are better than I thought, but look at this. Yeah, again, you got seat belts. I don't know why that would happen, but I don't know why that's annoying to me. It really is. I've been in 5th gear the whole way, and that is 2,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour. It's got rear 342 gears, so I probably could use a steeper gear if I were racing or whatever. Just a tad over 2,000 RPM. Throttle's pretty good. A couple things I got to do, for example, you know, the floor mats. I don't really like the floor mats. I got to change those. The wheels, probably change those out for better ones later. But so far it's pretty smooth. Gas mileage, let's see, we're at about 21 miles per gallon. That's me putting my foot in it a few times, right? Brakes are,
Yeah.
they stop you pretty good. So we like, that's another part we like. We did a couple of clover leaves pretty fast. Yeah, okay. Yeah. And that's pretty much the rest of the trip. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it, and you'll probably see this car and a few other things. Check you later. So you can hear that radar going off, and let me turn this out in front. Right there is a Missouri State Patrolman, and he did not catch. We're fine. We're fine.
Radar was going, and he was going southbound. Flipped a U-E, started driving right behind us. Radar
was going nuts.
Pulled up next to us. Thumbs up, dude. Oh my god.
And then his radar shut off.
And now he's gone.
And now he's gone. Now he's way up there looking for speeders. So